Hello everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. Thank you for all your lovely comments, and thank you Sandra for saying what we did yesterday looked expensive. That's really sweet of you, and I hope, Julie, that if you do one in a Christmas theme it looks just as good, because I can imagine it would from even both of you if you did it, or anybody else who's watching my videos. Today I'm only going to do a small one. Well, I say that every time, don't I? And I've got this sisal which come with a little thin frame with grass around it. I've added a purple bow and white, and I'm just going to put in purple and white today. And I'm just going to have it like hanging. It's like a bridal bouquet or a bridesmaid bouquet. Well, this one is just like more of a modern one, which we're going to do for you. So first of all, as I say, let me move my chair out of the way. I've got my coffee. My husband's made me my coffee. Oh, it's red hot. Makes it different, don't it, from others? So first of all, I've had to move the camera back because with it being on my bouquet stand, I couldn't get it in shot with the camera being closer. So sorry to anybody who wishes to see what I'm doing close up. I've tried it zoomed in close up and all you can see is this. You can't see anything else, so you wouldn't be able to see anything hanging or anything like that. So unfortunately I have had to move my camera back. So before we start, we're going to go through what we're going to use. And again, I may not use everything. So I'm going to put in some of our ferns to start with. And I've got this, what I had yesterday, and when I did the Christmas one, sorry. And I'm going to put in some of this fern. I've also got my conifer because I love the way it hangs. So we may have some just slightly hanging out or down. And I've also got my fern from the company Leaf, the rubber texture. I've got it light because with these being quite dark, I wanted something slightly lighter. And for the things to hang down off the side, I've got my vine, which I absolutely adore, my wispy vine. So I want to hang some of that for the length as well. And also what I got yesterday, I am dying to use it, my purple stem. I'm not sure what it's called, but to be quite honest, I'm not particularly bothered. I just love it. So I want to perhaps hang some of the long stems also and manipulate them and come down. Oops, a couple of leaves have come off. Let me just glue those on before we go anywhere, because I don't want them, they're very fragile, these leaves. So that's one. Just dip the other one in as well. Oh, you see, they're all coming off now. Let me just get this one as well. I've got a feeling I might end up doing this to all of it, and I can't think where it's come off. Got to look for one, two. Oh, good gracious, Nick! I can't see. Right, we'll leave it there until I find it. But we're going to use this, as I say, and it is a beautiful, beautiful colour. So I thought we'd add that in. And of course, I have my white calla lilies also for that movement to hang also over. I have also got as well some pine cones, maybe to sit in the centre to add a different texture around. And I've also got my little small white roses that I want to incorporate, because this is going to be a white and purple theme. And to add to it as well, what I got for my delivery from Emily as well, I want to use my purple eucalyptus. It looks like it's just started to open. Let me bring it close to you and you'll be able to see. because I'll show you one where it's open that I've got. They're the ones that I have that are already open, and these are closed but looks like they're just about to start to open. So I thought we'd have that and have a little bit of a different feel to it, and I thought that would look nice. And that is all we're going to use today. So let's get started. First of all, I really want to put in excuse me, my vine. So let me take this elastic band off so I can see there's a small piece there. I want that. And we're going to add this on as well. Thanks for all your concerns, everybody, about yesterday, how the other day I was feeling. That's really sweet of you all. I really appreciate your concern. But I've had a good night's sleep and I've woken up with in a much better jolly mood like I usually am. My cat's outside because it's a sunny day today. Yippee! That's why I've got a t-shirt on. And I've left him out there and he won't be coming in. In fact, let me shut the door, lock the door, because I don't want him in at all. So he can stay outside and I'll feel much better that he's not going to chomp on anything. So, as I say, we've got our vine, and because this is grass, dried grass on the sides, or I can go through it and stick those in there and have things hanging. So I'm going to get a few because I'm going to give it a different texture, movement, and I'm also going to take a few small ones and cut some small ones off as well. So I don't want all of these, so I'm going to put these back so they're not in my way, because they're very they get really tangled up a lot with a lot of things. So one moment, everybody. Put them back. So let's get the one that I want really to hang down. And these, I'm not putting no Oasis. I've put Oasis in, and because it's got a wire frame, I've put a floral wire in as well as glued it at the bottom, and attached the floral wire to the frame at the bottom. So we're going to have this coming on the front. Just going to manoeuvre my leaves. I don't want them all together. I want them spread out. So here we go. And I mustn't forget my coffee. So I'm going to go through the front, up in, to my Oasis. Just going to wipe off any glue. Let me put the tiny ones in as well. What I want to do is bring those up here. These won't be going through the grass or the dried grass. I'm going to just place those just there, like that. And again, I'm going to do it with some more. I'm going to group a few around together, just at the top here. So it gives it that lovely movement, or at least that it looks like that some of them are together. I love this vine. My wholesaler sells it and I get it off of them. I can't move that one. There we go. I'm not doing all these at the top the same size. There's going to be some coming out from here as well, just slightly longer, so I've got like a group. This, like I say, this, guys, this is more of a modern oh gosh, bridal bouquet. It's not a traditional. Because I've got one here, let me just remove. You will get bits of this grass hanging off from the sides, or you can either just place it back in, or just put a bit of glue on, or even a floral wire to, you know, attach it around the actual wired frame, or you could leave bits hanging. I don't mind if it hangs because it gives that other bit of texture to it. So I don't want them all the same height. So again, I'm going to go just slightly through and do it. A lot of ladies, I think, when they do weddings and that, they want something bespoke, but I think that sometimes they're a little bit scared to go that extra mile and go for something different. Now me, I'm all about different, so I'd be going for something different, but that's me. I was saying that when I got married, I had a traditional teardrop one, so, but yeah, now I'd go for something different if my husband wanted to renew his vows, which I don't think he would, but hey-o. So then I'm going to put this one through there as well, and I'm going to remove any excess glue on there. I've attached my the size with a bit of floral wire to the back to hold it, because it's only, if I can show you, it's a very thin stem. You can, if you wish, put some little bits of twig around it to make it wider, or get a little piece of plastic tubing and pop it up to give you that thick handle. I'm just going to leave it like that for now because I haven't got any tubing or anything, so I thought, well, I've wrapped it round in floral tape. So that's what you have at the moment in the front. And then up here, I'm going to bring some more vine coming out of there, but not as long as these. I'm going to cut this one in two. And I'm going to use these coming out of the side as well. Just like that. I hope it's facing the right way. Oh, my coffee. Every time I go that way, I think really I should leave it there, because every time I look that way to put glue, I spot it. So we'll place it there. So I'm going to do the same with this one. But on this one, I'm going to go, I think here, and just have that up. Just manipulate it if you want it slightly higher, just so that sticks out like that. Right, let me put the purple in, because I want a couple of one or two of those to hang along here, down here as well. So we'll do the same with this, like we did with the vine. Pop it through the grass. Just place an hole where I can put it through so it doesn't touch the grass. And let that also hang. And manipulate it so it hangs in that lovely position, over like that. I think it's lovely. I really do like this. I think I'm only going to put two in. Let me take that off. I'm only going to put two in, and I'm going to put one perhaps slightly longer. So I may need to take these off over here and cut the prongs off. So I've got a bit of a stem, and let's just slightly bend it before I put it in. And do the same. But on this side, I'm going to take it. And again, this is more a more modern design than the traditional. So with these smaller pieces, I may want to put some or one up there. In fact, let me take the bottom ones off again. I need the stem on it, but I don't need to elongate it with a pick. So I'm not going through the grass here. I'm just going to go through onto the oasis. Let me just hold the oasis. And that'll be like that. And then I'm going to cut these as well. I think I may need one coming up here or even above here actually. I'm going to save those leaves. I could easily put them on a pick and group them together. Where did I say? Here. Let's put it here. Remove the excess glue. Oh, I can feel it all over my bracelet again. Oh, it's terrible. And then I'm going to bend it because I don't want it just sticking out. Just going to manipulate it and bend it down. So that's all we're going to do with that there. Then I'm going to cut smaller pieces off. And then I'm going to put one here and then one on the opposite side. So we'll do this side first. Just let that lean over. Take the bottom off of those also. Yeah. Well, before I started the video today, I grabbed hold of my autistic son and said, let's go to the supermarket and let's do our weekly shop before I do my videos. He doesn't like asking him to do things, but you have to be quite tough with him because otherwise, if you're not, he will just sit on his bed all day long and just not move. So I have to say, you know, come on, up, you're coming to help. And yet he'll go to work and help there. Isn't it weird? Is that how your children are if you've got any? They'll go to work and they'll help at work. I think it's because they get paid. I'm not paying him. He gets his own money. So I keep telling him I'm your mum. Let me just look what that's like now. This will hang, you know, as you can see, lower, but it's just that because it's touching the surface. I think I could add a few there. In fact, I've got my ferns and everything, so let me just take a piece of the conifer off and let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going, let me just check here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I'll cut 5 off. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I may not use all the other fern either. I'll just put that one back. I've ordered some more of this conifer. I've ordered 17 bunches from my wholesaler. 17 bunches. I did that last night while I was well, I didn't really analyse the video last night. I think because I spotted something on TV that I wanted to watch and I got stuck into it and I watched it on ITVX, and because I don't like waiting week, I'm impatient like that. I don't like waiting for the following week, so I watch it on ITVX and watch the whole series before they come out on the telly. And oh my goodness, I was hooked. So I only analysed bits and bobs. Right, so what we're going to do with our conifer, I'm going to place one here, here, here and here, and maybe one just slightly hanging down there. So let's do that first. And I'm going to place this here. As you can see, I'm just removing the glue on the Oasis. So it gives me plenty of room to put more. And spread these out as well, because these look lovely when they're spread out. They give it a bit of a fan shape. So I'm going to go here as well, next to the purple stem at the top on either side. I'll place that there. So then that can hang like that. Yeah, as I was saying, I think sometimes people, ladies and brides, they'd love a bespoke arrangement, but I think they're slightly scared at the same time, you know, what it may look like or anything like that. You know, so I always, if they come, you know, show them a few pictures I've got in my portfolio, because I do take pictures, and then I do have them printed, and then I've got a folder with all my pictures in, even with my fresh flowers as well. I've got those in, but I've set up a portfolio for the artificial, and just to give them an idea of all the different designs I've done, you know, and obviously tell them that there's different colours they can have. They haven't got to have what's on the picture. And then that one there. And that puts them more at ease then, when they can see a picture instead of just trying to imagine what it may be like if you try to explain it to them. Because not everybody has got that mind frame. I never did when I was younger. It's like if my husband, when he asks me, you know, can you picture this on the garden, how I'm going to, you know, reorganise the garden? And I'm like, no. He can, I can't. But now it's different with the flowers. If I ask him to picture what I want to do, he can't, but I can. It's just the way it is. Right, I've got these that I want to bring in the centre. My fern. So I'm going to bring these slightly in, just have them slightly coming out. I'm not going to overload it with greenery. We want to see the flowers. And I'll just go the opposite side as well. Sometimes this stand, as it gets heavier, it tends to lean because it's not a heavy stand. And I have in the past had to put a weight on it at the back just to keep it, you know, held up when I've been making the bouquets. And I can't think where I've gone with my weight. And I'm just going to put believe it or not, I'm doing an even number on this, and I'm putting 4 in. I'm slightly sticking these out, just like that. And I'll put 1 more in. Oops, and I'm just going to go there. And then we're going to start putting bits of floral in. I may add the rest of the fern, the other fern, and I might not. But I want to get the floral in first, just so we can start seeing how it's going to look. Excuse me. With these pine cones, I'm placing them on the sides, on the grass around the bottom, to give it an extra different theme and a touch. I've already wired them, And then with the roses, they're going to go on here, around in the centre. And also the lilies, if I just grab one out, so you've got an idea of what I'm trying to do. They're coming out here as well. So that's my theme today. Let me just cut these off and get them ready. I've not prepared these, I've just got the bunch out. I love these. I'm going to be contacting that Emily again, because I think she's got some wonderful things. Now, this is the first time I've ordered from her, so now I've experienced what sort of things she's got. They are going to look fabulous. And with these as well, guys, above odd ones, above the conifer, I'm only going to put 3 in. There, there, there. So I've got my triangle. Let me move these to the side, because I think if I add these, it's going to be a bit too much, I think. So if I need anything else, I may add some more of the vine. So I'll put these back. I'm not going to use those. Or I could even, if I wish, let me just grab them. Add in the flock fern, just to give it a little bit of a bounce on the edge as well with the lilies. So I'll keep those out, but first of all, let me get these pine cones in. And again, these are going to be here and dotted around the edge, so they're virtually sitting on the sisal. I got these sisals also from my wholesalers. So I'm just leaning that there. In fact, shall I put them quite far deep? No, because I'm going to, oh, I've cut this one a bit too short, guys, so I'm going to rewire this. And some people have asked me how I wire my cones up, so I'll come up close so you can see, because I know I'm a fall today. And what I do is, you can see where they're all open at the bottom. I get my floral wire, wrap it there, hold one end, and just go around in the cones as far as I can to the bottom. I don't want the wire up here, and just meet up with the one on the other side, and then get the smallest piece of the wire and twist. Just twist onto it like that, and then bring it back down here, and there is your cone. And that's all you do. So let's cut that. So I'm going to put that one on that corner. It's a bit like a rustic effect with the cones and the grass, but again, this is a different, a modern look that brides are now, some brides are also asking for. Oh, I've cut them off short. It's probably because I was in a rush to get the video on. Never mind. So I'm going to wire this again. And you can put tape around the wire if you want, but because this is going into the oasis, and plus I'm going to have floral underneath, it's on the oasis, it's going to hide, and plus I'm not having a big stem on them anyway, because the stem is, oh gosh everyone, 2 inches. 2 inches again. So I'm going to put one just up here. Oops. And just manoeuvre it so it's sticking the position that I'd like it to sit. Oh, at least I've done this one properly. Yeah, so I think, so, you know, people may look at this once I've done and think, oh no, I couldn't have that for my wedding. But trust me, there's a lot of people out there that want something different. They're not all about the traditional. And I think that's great. That makes me happy when people are like that. They want something that, you know, it's not original. Yeah, we're going to put that one in the centre. That's why I've only got 5. I wired 5. Yeah, I did. Because I had an idea in my head how I was going to place things before I started. So I know what I wanted to do. Oh, coffee. And this one's going in the centre. I bet you wouldn't thought of it, would have gone in the centre. Now I'm pressing this one at a deeper position. So let me just have a look. Oh, it's more of a rustic theme, I'd say, this. But I quite like it. I quite like odd things. Not that I'm odd in myself. Right, so let's start putting our roses in, and then you'll be able to see the effect with the pine cones. Right, I'm going to start with 2 up here. Sit them in. Put that behind the rose. It's wonderful. If you can hear a noise, everybody, it's my next door neighbour with his generator. He is a car mechanic, well, he used to be. But he works on his son's cars and everything now. He tends to check them on, you know, bless him. He checks them all the time because I don't think he wants his sons to, you know, because he used to work for the AA. I think it was the AA or RAC, one or the other. Sometimes I've gone round and asked him. He's very willing to help. So that one. There, I'm going to go 2, 1, 2, 3 and do it that way. In fresh, when I did fresh flowers with roses, I used to notice a lot of people, when they wanted all the roses to be the same height, they used to stand there and pat them down like that, you know, just pressing them down. Oh my goodness, that was the wrong thing to do. By doing that on fresh flowers, just so you get it all even, you're bruising the outer petals. You are bruising them. So I always used to say, grab it at the bottom and push in. That's the best way you could do it, because the following day they will be bruised. And you may have to remove them and put more fresh ones in. So it wasn't, oh, it used to frighten me when I saw people doing that. In fact, I don't know whether to put that there now. Let's see. Bring that, now I'm going to take it out. Bring those closer by manipulating. We'll have 4. I'm going to keep the ones around the side. Put one with a bit of a longer stem. I hope you can see. Is it moving? It's this turntable. It's because it moves when I'm putting things in. I ought to hold onto something really. And then I'm going to put 2, 3, 4, and then it'll be 3, 2. So the other one will go here. You can always put like diamante bits in between as well. And then one under there. like that. So there. Some people like them quite compact when you do think the weddings. I'm all for fluffy and wild, and but I like to do as well bespoke and different things that customers want, because it's not me getting married, is it? It's the customer. Bring that underneath the rose, so it's out like that. I bought these roses, I think, in a pack again, a big pack, because they've only got small stems on. Let me just turn it around, guys, so I can see. Now this is quite compact. Get that one in there. Doesn't look like I'll be able to get the last row in. Oh, my sister-in-law's coming for tea again tomorrow. She didn't say she was coming for tea, she just said make us something. That's how she is. We're coming for tea, so we want you to cook for me. I want one round there. Let's just have a look. Let me just pull that cone slightly there. I'm missing one there. So I could get one in there. That's better. Let's have a look round here. Yes, so I need some there as well. As you can see on the back, all it is just, you know, like a bowl really, and you're sitting your flowers inside, like a bird's nest. That's a better description, where you sit them inside. I want one, I think one more there. And then that's covered the side up. It's very quick and easy, these. If it wasn't fresh, I'd prepare the sisal in the morning, you know, on the day of the wedding. I wouldn't leave it till, you know, the day before, because if it's fresh, then the flowers, obviously, you got to use fresh, wet oasis. And I'm making a round shape. And then one more up here, just to finish that top bit. Let me bring that behind. Join it up with the vine, in fact, because that looks pretty. So if I could show it you, you've got the round circle, and usually I would put like diamante pins inside the centre. I've not got none in purple. I've got blue or white or pearly ones, but I'd want to put purple in, so, you know, with me using purple. So in that case, if you haven't got any of those, you can use, let me cut one off, just here, your little gypsophilia, and I'll show you what we'll do, and add them in the centres, in each area of your roses. And that will also give, because I've not had all the colours before with the diamond pins, and I've explained that to customers, and then I've shown them that I've got gypsophilia in all colours. By adding that, even just taking a bud off of the top here and just gluing it on there, I think, you know, they're more than happy, because I have done and gone, let me cut one off, but it's very fiddly, and I have to use, you know, something like, you know, your eyebrow pluckers, and I've just dotted it in like that, and they still like that effect. So I don't know whether to do it like that. No, I'm going to do it with a little stem, and we're going to just place them inside. But before I do that, let me just see if we need this. Oh gosh, I do tie these up hot, really tight. This flocked fern to add extra texture, because as I can, you know, my professional eye, there's gaps, and I just want to see, yeah, that needs to be in. Straight away I can tell. Oh, what's this? Straight away we need something, you know, with a little bit of light, greyiness in it. Just cut that one off, and just to like scatter them about, I'm just going to place them and show you. That only got two on, so I'm going to have to open the fresh stems. I think the fresh, well, they are, I just don't know. Oh gosh, let me cut this rubber band, I can't get it off, it's tangled up. That's better. Now that one's missing something. In fact, I'll pull that one off of there and attach it to that one. So then we'll have one here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We may have one either side. I don't want it to look too busy, but I do need things just popping out. So I'll put one with 2 little bits on instead of 3. So, and then perhaps one there as well. Or is that too close to that? Yeah. Oh, it's caught on the grass. So, oh my goodness. So, as you can see how I've placed them, the stand's getting a bit heavy. I'm going to put these here. I could have them hanging out at the back, let me just see. I think I might do that instead. Let's have a look at that. Oh no, you can't see it. Take it out. I've just got to be careful with my stand, everybody. I need to get a proper, this is just like what I had when I very first started. So I need to get a heavyweight one. I spend more time buying flowers than thinking about the, you know, the stands or anything, what I may need. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to go under here. One moment. And do that one. Isn't it weird how times change from when I was a bride? I wish these things was out around when I was a bride years and years ago. Oh gosh, I keep making myself sound really old. Didn't put that one in. So I'm going to put one with two here. Sorry if I have to keep turning it, everybody. It's just that I can see what I'm doing. Where's the other one? That's down there, that's down there, here. See some of the grass, because it does come off, look, if you pull, it really does come off. It's not really, it's only entwined into the frame. It's not glued on, it's not, you know, held on by anything. It's just like a bird's nest or a reef. It's just weaving in and out. So I'm just going to, I feel I need one up there of the cones. I will take it off of the stand eventually. It's just at the moment as I'm working, I need a cone up here. It's all but, you know, it doesn't look balanced with the four because I'm doing more than, you know. Oh gosh, I can't see. I'm shrinking. There we go. Is that in the right position now? Oh. And it does bring the grass out with you, so I may elongate that one. Take off the wire that I've got on it and redo it. Let's just grab that. There we go. And again, just go around the bottom where they are open on the pine cones with your wire. Right, I'll keep that wire that length because I do want it slightly higher. That's better. It's a bit more balanced now. So if I turn that round and show you. Oh, can you see it wobbling? This is, what have I got to hold it down? Something really weighty. Thing is, I'd have to go hunting. Oh my good gracious me. I've got my jug. I'm going to hold that down. That's got some of my decorative pebbles in. There we go. It's not going to move on me. Right, now, in fact, we're going to put these gypsophilia in last. I don't want to use any more of these. So, let's get rid of these out of the way. Oops, a daisy. So they can also go back. I was thinking of putting feathers in, if I was being quite honest as well, but it was too much. It wasn't, they didn't look rustic. I wanted to give you a rustic effect, and they just didn't look rustic. So I removed them off and I decided to stick to the pine cones. I'm going to do this as well. Get these out of my way. So let's get the calla lilies in and do I think the more time consuming one at the end, which is our gypsophilia. Right, the calla lilies are also going to come out here from the side. And in fact, I'm going to pierce them through where the grass is. Oops, the centre one's dropped off. Where's the centre one? Just place that back on. If I can. Yeah. It's very hard to hold with it being such a very delicate frame. No, I'm not happy with the position of that. It's still going to go in the same place, but I just wasn't happy with the way that it was sitting. I'm going to put a longer pick on it, a bit stronger. Take the old glue off of the centre one and re-glue it in so they don't come off. And push it up, remove any excess glue. Oh, I just love these. Ah, that's much stronger. So again, we'll put this in. I can see the oasis through it, so I'm not going to go to in the same position. And all I want to do is add those. Just a little touch around the sides. Let's get some more off of these. I've got loads of these. You know what, guys? I didn't think I'd got too many of the white. I've got another 8 bunches there, and these as well. And like I say, I've ordered 40. And I've ordered a load of white as well, because white is more popular. So I'm going to probably have about 20 odd bunches of white. Oh my good gracious me. Never mind. Never mind. At least I know I'm not going to run out quick. Right. So they're there and they're sitting slightly in the background. Let me just make sure that's positioned correctly, because I'm bringing these lower down. Just having those. I like to clean the stem. I mean, I just can't help how fussy I am. My mum's watched some of the videos and she says, oh, you're very particular. There's nothing wrong in that. So I keep telling her. I'm going to put one in through here. So 1, 2, 3. I want another 2. There's 1. Oh my goodness, 2. That plastic on bottom. Just going to turn it around because these are sat through what I'm going to call the bird's nest. And I'm bringing them right to the bottom, top of the neck of the calla lily, because I don't want them sticking out too far, because I've got my border. Again, I always, you know, work around a border. And then I want this one here. So I'm just going to face it towards me so I can see. Hold it up the top. There we go. There's that one. So let's turn it towards yourselves. That's how we've got around here. And like I say, this is a more of a modern, what people are asking for and have asked me to do for them. More of a modern style, but rustic as well. So it's a mixture of rustic and modern together. So I think it's lovely. I love things like this. It's not to everybody's taste, you know, but there are people out there who will love this sort of thing. And that's, you know, that's all that matters. You can't, you know, please everybody. Right. Now with these, I'm not pushing these or putting a long stem on. I am gluing them to the roses like that. And I'm not going to put a lot on because they can be too much. So I'm just going to cut off little bits. One, two, three, four. Let's try 5 to start with. Sorry guys, I have to keep my bench clean. I'll keep explaining it to you. It's just the way I am. Plus I like you to rather see what I'm doing than look at all my mess. You know, what's hanging around. You know, I'm like that when customers come, they come and they say, oh my goodness, I've never seen a florist shop so clean. But I'm not there for praise about how clean it is. It's just the way I work. Hey, and I've drank my coffee. I have drank my coffee. Right. So that one's there. So I'm going to glue that just at the tip. And I'm going to glue it in between some of the roses. Like that. In fact, I'm going to push that up there before it sets. Oh, glue string. Put one next to the pine cone. No, that's a bit too long, that stem. I can feel glue strings all over my hands. Ooh. Oh, the choir starts, as I've said, guys. Thursday, this coming Thursday, and I am buzzing. I can't wait. I've missed it so much. They've sent us a link with everything on Dropbox, what we'll be singing. Oh my goodness. There's that much. Just spread your gypsophilia out. Just get a few more. We've got one there. And maybe one behind the fern. So 2. We'll go behind the fern first. Just push it in. Like I said, glue string. even though you won't see much of it, it's there. And we'll bring a bit of the leaf in front. I will show you guys. It's just like when I'm doing the little things like this, I need to see where they can be positioned. I think I want one there. Let's have a look. And plus you tend to spot things. Now that's hanging off. Where's that come from? Oh, there. You tend to spot things once you've got it, you know, on face front. One definitely needs to go up here. Gosh, I think I'm shrinking. I keep saying it. Even my son said that this morning when we went shopping. Oh, Mum, you're getting tiny. Right, I do think I just need one more. Do I? One. It's got to have one down here for definite. So we'll get that one in. I'm just again placing them around. One there. I'm not going to put one there because they are everywhere. Yeah, definitely here. I'm just gluing them onto the roses. Right, I'll turn it around for you guys. Now that is your rustic modern look for a bridal bouquet, and I'm going to remove the wire. Oh, which way did I turn? Twist it so that I can show you a bit better. There we go. Now that, as you can see, with the length of the vine hanging down, let me just twist that slightly to one side. And you've got your ribbon underneath, as you can see. You can bring your ribbon up to the top if you like, but on this occasion I've left it at the bottom, and I've done it just, you know, 3 colours, well 2 colours, purple and white, and I've also added the mesh ribbon as well, just to give that airy feeling through the ribbon. So you can see your ribbon with a few tails behind your vine. And I think, oh, which one's come off? I'll put that back on. But I think that is a very nice rustic look in a sisal where it's got the grass effect around like a bird's nest, and that also adds to the rustic. With your calla lilies, if I bring it forward, I'd like something like this if I ever got married again. Well, if my husband renewed my vows. There's your little gypsophilia inserted. All I've done is glued them to the rose, and then your pine cones here, and then your vine hanging out with your conifer and your flocked fern, and also the beautiful purple stem. And then on the back you can see your grass or your bird's nest, and it's a very thin frame and handle, so I think I'd need to put a thicker handle on. And with your conifers, and also as it's drooping down here, you've got your long stems of your vine and your purple stems as well. And I really do think that's nice for a modern bouquet. Yeah, I'm trying to think if it looks a bit autumnal. more like an autumnal bridal bouquet as well. That's what's coming into mind. I think it's the pine cones that's doing it, and the conifer, and with the grass sisal as well. So I think that's what's making me think it looks more autumnal. But there is a wedding bouquet, a modern rustic bouquet, like a front facing one, not up front. It's so when they stand like this, and then the little drape in front of them. Oh, I can see glue strings now, I'm above it. And they'll stand above, it'll be in front of them, and it will just droop down in front of the bridal dress. So I hope you like that one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done all different types of bridal bouquets, so I just thought I'd give you a different taste to the original ones that you tend to see. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did, and I love this. It's a pity it's a bridal bouquet now. I would have put it in my house. So see, if I put it in here, it doesn't hold because the stem's very thin, so I had to attach it just while I'm making it up. But that's what you have. Beautiful bridal bouquet, all ready, waiting for the bride on her beautiful super day. So I'm going to just attach it again before I stop the video, because if I let go it'll just move. And I'm going to, I think, put a bigger stem on it at the back, because I've just been holding it and that'd irritate me being too thin like that. So again, I'll put some plastic tubing around it and attach it to make the stem bigger. So I just want to secure it on, everybody. So we bring that. So there you have it. Let me just have a look from your view, if you can see it. Oh, it wants turning a little bit. How ignorant of me. And I'm going to try and, oh sorry, I'm going to try and see if I can zoom in slightly. If you can see that, guys. That's how it's looking. Excuse all the other things behind. Some of those are customers' orders. That the wreaths and that, they're for customers that I've done. But that's how it's looking from there. And if I slightly move it down, there's how it's looking with the trail at the front and the conifers. Just, you know, if I can zoom that in a little bit more. Might be too much. Oh my good gracious me. That's a bit big. There. I think that may help. So then there's your trail for your wedding bouquet. Excuse my jaw. And that's how it looks up at the top and around the sides. So I'll just bring it back to normal. And there we have it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, like I say, I did. I thought it was wonderful. I'm just going to move it to the side with it being in the way of my, me talking to you. And yes, I fair enjoyed that, and I hope that if you've got any sisals at all, give it a go, because that's what they called. I just called it a bird's nest because that's what it looks like from the back. It looks just like a bird's nest. So yeah, give it a go in different colours, gold, silver. That'd be nice, silver and white. Oh, that'd be lovely. Oh, I never thought of that until now, but I just wanted to use these purple things I got delivered yesterday, so I just decided to do purples. And also with the fan that I did yesterday, I added a bow after I stopped the camera, and again I've added the mesh bow, and I just wanted to show you. I've stuck it on at the front and put that mesh bow on, just like the mesh bow we've got on the bridal bouquet, just to give it that extra little bit of touch. So then it now can sit up against a wall or, on a cabinet, and you'll have your pretty bow. Just setting it off even more. I'll bring it forward so you can see what type of bow it is. It's just a mesh one but that just sets it off because it's airy and you can see through it still to the actual shape of the palm, and that's the reason I put on the mesh one. So I'll put that there. That way I'll put it. I need to be taking photographs of everything. Keep forgetting. So again, if you enjoyed that, everybody, you know, give it a go. And please subscribe and share to your friends and family. And give us a thumbs up if you like the rustic, I don't know, rustic autumnal maybe look. You know, bridal modern bouquet. So again, take care everybody, and thank you so much for your concern how I was the other day. Much appreciated. It's so sweet of you. And I'm in a better mood today again, as you probably can see, back to my normal self. I think it was the shopping because I gone and treated myself. I bought my husband a bar of chocolate, a Galaxy, just the original size like that. And then I spotted one like that. So I bought that one for me. I'm not being greedy, but I buy him lots of treats and I tend to go without some of the treats. I have just lately anyway. So when I took my son shopping and I spotted that massive bar of Galaxy, oh, I had to have that for me. So it's in the fridge. I've hidden it behind some food so he doesn't spot it. So that's mine. So when he's eating his tonight, I'm going to sneak out with it behind my back and go in the living room and chomp away. So hey ho, I'll let you know tomorrow how I feel if I was sick. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care everybody. Bye bye.